The recon player in Battlefield is usually maligned for just sitting at the back of the map and sniping. Today, we're going to be putting the recon back in the recon name because, well, for me, I like playing recon a little more aggressively, and to do so, I need to unlock the Spec Ops specialization, and to do that, I need to unlock the C4, and to do that, I need to spot 250 enemies. So today, we are going to set ourselves a little challenge. Can we get to the top of the scoreboard without ever firing our gun and only providing that good old reconnaissance for our team? So I welcome you to Breakthrough, and I welcome you to Morocco Valley, or as my friends have said, oh, it's just Ukraine, which I guess, yeah, that is kind of what this map is. Anyways, as you can see, what our main strategy is going to be for this match, and it's going to be to use that little recon drone. You could, in theory, if you wanted the C4, go through the pain of hand spotting 250 of your enemies through the scope of your rifle. And if you want to do that, God bless you. But they gave us this beautiful mode called Breakthrough for a reason. It concentrates all of the enemies in a very small area, and they provided recon with this reconnaissance drone, which allows us just to go through and pretty much provide spotting for the entire front. As far as the controls go for the reconnaissance drone, there's a couple of things that aren't immediately obvious that you should probably know about. First off, that drone does have a limited amount of airtime, about 1 minute and 20 seconds by my calculations, which is a fairly decent amount of time for it to be airborne. What I'm doing here is searching for an ammo pouch that is actually working, because we need the drone to reload so we can send it up again, and god damn it, is it the worst when you find one and then they lay down a new ammo pouch, so you can't regain more, so you have to go hunting to find another one that's working. The quirks of the new Battlefield. That's all I'm saying. We got to get used to finding these ammo crates around, and I'm sure we'll get used to it eventually. Anyways, drone's going up, and this is one of the other nice abilities with the drone, is it does actually have the ability to destroy enemy equipment. As you saw it right there, there's an enemy drone. We drove up to it in relative close range, and all we had to do was pull on, at least on a controller, the right trigger, and it's going to go ahead and destroy the enemy equipment. We're going to have to start being on the lookout. You're going to see we're going to start losing drones a lot more quickly in this. It's not because we're being shot down, it's because enemy drones are coming up to us and destroying our drone. You can get into some drone-on-drone warfare. Now, to you more crafty people out there, don't worry. If that equipment happens to be explosive, you can in fact detonate the explosive equipment. Unfortunately, on this map, not a lot of vehicle mines being put out, but we do have some footage of someone else doing it, so do enjoy what you're seeing right here, because that is absolutely a viable strategy that you can use with this drone. As far as the other sort of, I'm going to call it hidden feature that these drones do have, is the zoom. As you can see, I am zooming in to spot these guys. That I found is the easiest way to get things to hard spot correctly, is just by using the zoom, because when you stay out at a further distance, it feels like the geometry can play tricks on you. Though, I mean, look, we're trying to spot this guy. Also, is it me? I don't know if this is just a weird dice decision, but so you'll see that the drone does have thermals, so in theory it should be able to see through smoke. However, when a enemy is in smoke, you will not be able to spot them with the drone. I don't know what the rationale or decision was for that one. It does just feel quite weird, but I guess that's a grand balance thing. But if you're gonna give me thermals to look through the battlefield, then allow me to use them to spot people through fucking smoke, right? Like, this feels like, anyway, basics 101. Anyways, the enemy has started closing in on our position here, and I guess this will bring us and let us talk about another quandary that the Recon faces, and another thing that we are providing our team, and that's a very close range spawn beacon, because, well, they did remove the spawn beacon from the Recon, and it is a very interesting decision from DICE. I really do feel like the Recon class has a bit of a weird identity crisis now that they've removed the spawn beacon, or the assault beacon, I guess that it's called now, from the Recon class. And the reason for that is now I'm not particularly sure what sort of struggles there are for the average Recon player as far as equipment choice goes. You have this drone, you have C4, which when paired together, yes, you can make a jihadi drone. We'll go ahead and show some footage of that one too. But you know, the C4 that you start out with is more than enough to take out an enemy tank. So is there any reason not to run the drone and the C4, right? Like the other options that may be inspiring to someone else to try and use are what? The mine, the AP mine, the Claymore. Don't know if that really sells it to me to use. What else is there? The sniper decoy. Maybe if I'm sitting at the back of the map. The laser designator, the tracker dart, maybe the tracker dart, but we're gonna have to wait and see how that interacts with the suite of unlocks for the engineer and how effective it is. It really is like they went and said, you know what? As you don't need to really worry about choice as a Recon. There aren't too many difficult options because the gadgets that are available to you, I don't feel like are very strong for the Recon. So for me, you know, I'm kind of now like, well, the old way I would play Recon was have the tugs, and I'd have C4. And the tugs I get by default because it's the class gadget. I get C4, so now I sort of just get a bonus gadget that I get to do whatever I want with. And that has definitely made Recon a bit more interesting to me, just as a what like, or not even interesting, I guess, more of a what is the overall point, because it doesn't feel like you know, there is a tough decision to be made, and that's okay, right? Also, at this point, I was like, you know what? We have the C4. That Abrams is relatively close. Maybe we can go in and take out the Abrams, because at this point, not many people have the C4 yet, just because, you know, you have to get up to, I think, level 20 in order for that challenge to get unlocked. So, 1, 2, and 3, and bye-bye tank. Thank you. I think that ends up being the majority of our kills right there with that C4 for the match, which, hey, we'll take out that enemy tank, especially, you know, once it decides that it wants to push forward a little bit. That is definitely one thing I've noticed so far. As always in Battlefield, the struggle of getting your armor to push up with you, though it makes sense. You kind of need you need some sort of engineer support in this game to survive long. If not, the infantry can absolutely eat you alive. One nice weird shift that has gone on this match is it did feel like there was a ton of pressure at A, and the enemy team kind of realized that no one was over at B, and they've made a good amount of pressure at B. So there is a nice shift of the lines here that is definitely making being able to spot a lot easier. Also, a lot easier to call out and see the enemy drones, so we can just kind of come in and destroy their enemy drones. As you see, we destroy those enemy drones, and we're gonna start taking some anti-drone fire from who I assume is one of the recons who we destroyed the drone from, because he is none too happy with us providing the spotting. Which, hey, it makes sense. This is being able to spot for your team is really powerful, right? Having what is essentially a UAV overhead provides a lot. Now, this is not these spots don't last forever. As you can see, we kind of lose track on the spots relatively quickly, so we kind of have to keep on circling back. But that's fine for us, because at least if you're going after the challenge to unlock the C4, you're looking at you need to get 250 of them. So each time you get one of these spots, definitely a lot quicker cycling time in order to get them. We can see enemy drone right above us. We're like, okay, we've been taken out twice. We're gonna take the guy who got us out. Down he goes, and then I feel like we should have taken that other drone out that was near us, but you know, it is what it is. As the lines are starting to wean down, as they only have a couple of points left, a couple of spawns left. Anyways, guys, that's been our little match where we go to the top of the team with just spotting, really. If you want to see other weird videos, other Battlefield 6 content, make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. And I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. See ya.